I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Spider-Man 2 issue number 1. Who is the 616 universe's Miles Morales? It's a question that's been brewing for almost 5 years now. Will the answer be worth it? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. So, we joined the comic in media res. Spider-Man Peter Parker and Spider-Man Miles Morales are tied together as a very important plane is escaping. The two actually get pretty short and snippy with one another in a way that we don't normally see these two. Usually they're pretty supportive of one another. It's clear that things have gotten pretty bad, but how did we get to this point? For that, we end up having to flash back to a normal day in the life of Miles Morales, balancing being an everyday high schooler while also being a superhero. We meet his teachers, his friends like Gank. We even take a look at who might possibly be a future love interest for the Spider-Man. All of this is juxtaposed with Peter Parker Spider-Man, who is sticking it to D-list supervillain the Armadillo, who, man, Bendis really loves working over the Armadillo, doesn't he? Riri worked him over in a previous issue not that long ago. The fight itself is understandably pretty easy, but when it's all said and done, Peter Parker looks up in the sky and sees a very eerie, very familiar purple light. And hey, it should look familiar too, because it's basically the exact same purple light that was in Spider-Man issue number 1, signifying that a portal had been torn open between the 616 universe and the Ultimate Universe. Miles ends up getting caught up in all of this as strange robotic bits of debris start falling out of the portal and landing in his school's front yard. In fact, these robot pieces look very similar to something the Maker would build. Miles ends up having to sneak away from school, suiting up and trying to get downtown to where all the action is. He ends up running right into Peter Parker, and we get a very cute scene of Pete going, "Hey, look everyone, it's Spider-Man." And it's right around here this ultimately pretty simple story makes me scratch my head a little bit. You see, Spider-Man gets Miles up to speed, saying that this weird purple portal energy is emanating from the same place that it did back in the original Spider-Man when Miles and Peter joined forces to fight Mysterio, who had been crossing over in between universes. This is crazy though, because A, the Ultimate Universe doesn't exist anymore after Secret Wars, and 2, Spider-Man in no other book had mentioned that he actually remembered these events, or the fact that Miles is from another universe. Hell, not even Miles has mentioned that he's from another universe until right here, right now. The heroes don't have much time to compose their thoughts, however, as a combatant ends up walking out of the portal. It's the ultimate Taskmaster, everybody, only he doesn't look like how Anthony Masters looked previously. At first, I assumed this was Bendis playing fast and loose with someone else's continuity, until I figured out, oh wait, Bendis, like most Ultimate characters, actually invented the Ultimate Taskmaster. But wait, there's more. News of these weird portal incursions just so happened to reach the ears of the 616 version of Miles Morales, who doesn't live in New York. He's much older and is covered in a bunch of scars. He also seems to know way more about what's going on than he lets on as the comic begins to end. Spider-Man 2 issue number 1 is an interesting enough kickoff to this new storyline. Bendis clearly has a lot of passion for Miles, Spider-Man, and the Ultimate Universe, but I cannot help but feel if trying to finally answer the question of who the 616 version of Miles Morales may have just been too little too late. I mean, yeah, at the end of the original Spider-Man, I really cared to find out who it was, but that was because the Ultimate Universe was still a thing, and I assumed that, you know, if I wanted to have a Miles in the main universe, that was the only way to get it. But now the Ultimate Universe and the main universe have more or less fused together, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Then again, there's always the possibility that maybe the Ultimate Universe was actually fine or has come back, and this is what this story is all about. I guess we're just gonna have to keep reading to find out. Overall, though, I wasn't completely blown away by this first issue. It was fine, but it could have been a lot better, which is why I can really only give this one a 6.5 out of 10, but I'm definitely interested enough to keep up with it to see where it goes. So there's your taste of Spider-Man for the week, everybody. I hope you dug it, and while I have your attention, why not check out some of these other videos I've done. You can also follow me on my social media with links both on screen and down in the description. And if you want to catch up on Spider-Man or any comic in trade, you absolutely can over at Book Depository. I have a link, and if you use it, not only will you get a great deal, but you'll be supporting me and the channel at the very same time. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thanks for watching.